Have you ever wondered if we were always alone at the top of the food chain? For hundreds of thousands of years, we weren't. We shared this planet with our closest extinct human relatives, the Neanderthals. They were strong, they were smart, and then they were gone. What happened to our ancient cousins? Let's travel back in time, about 400,000 years ago. In the icy landscapes of Eurasia, a new kind of human evolved Homo neanderthalensis. They weren't the brutish cavemen often depicted in cartoons. Their brains were as large as ours, if not larger. They were shorter, stockier, with powerful builds perfectly adapted to survive the harsh Ice Age climates. For millennia, they thrived, spreading from Spain to Siberia. Then, around 60,000 years ago, a new group of humans, our direct ancestors, Homo sapiens, began migrating out of Africa. This is where the story gets really interesting. For thousands of years, we lived side by side. Imagine two different human species looking at each other across a valley. Did we fight? Did we learn from each other? The evidence suggests ... all of the above. We weren't just neighbors, we were family. We interbred, and this ancient connection is still written in our DNA today. Neanderthals were incredibly resourceful. They were master toolmakers, creating sophisticated stone tools like spears and hand axes, using a technique called levallois. This required abstract thought and planning, proving they were far from primitive. They were skilled hunters, taking down large game like mammoths and woolly rhinos. They controlled fire, cooked their food, and likely wore clothing made from animal hides. There's even evidence they cared for their sick and elderly and had symbolic rituals, suggesting a complex social and spiritual life. They weren't just surviving, they were living. So, if they were so successful, where did they go? Around 40,000 years ago, Neanderthals vanished from the fossil record. Their extinction is one of science's greatest mysteries, with no single easy answer. One theory is climate change. Rapid and extreme shifts in weather may have disrupted their food sources, pushing them to the brink. Another theory points to competition with us, Homo sapiens. Perhaps our larger social groups and more diverse tools gave us a competitive edge for resources. It likely wasn't a violent takeover, but a slow process of being outcompeted and absorbed over generations. A more recent idea suggests that by interbreeding with the much larger Homo sapiens population, their unique genetic traits were gradually diluted over time until they effectively disappeared as a distinct group. It was likely a combination of all these factors, a perfect storm that our cousins just couldn't weather. But here's the most fascinating part. The Neanderthals never truly left us. Their legacy lives on inside many of us. If your ancestry is from outside of Africa, you likely have between 1 to 2% Neanderthal DNA in your genome. These ancient genes influence everything from our hair color and immune systems to our susceptibility to certain diseases. So, in a way, a small part of them survived in us. They are the cousins we lost, but whose echo we still carry within our very cells. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey back in time. If you found this as fascinating as I do, please hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into our incredible human story. See you in the next video. Have you ever wondered about the other humans who walked the earth? Not our direct ancestors, but our cousins. Meet the Neanderthals, strong, smart, and for tens of thousands of years, the dominant human species in Europe and Asia. And then they were gone. What happened to them? Let's travel back in time and uncover the story of the cousins we lost. Picture this: Europe 400,000 years ago. A new kind of human is evolving, shorter, stockier, with a powerful build perfect for surviving the Ice Age. These are the Neanderthals. They weren't the brutish cavemen we see in old cartoons. Their brains were just as large as ours, if not slightly larger. They were intelligent, adaptable, and incredibly resilient. For millennia, they thrived. Then, around 60,000 years ago, another group of humans started migrating out of Africa. Our own species, Homo sapiens. We weren't strangers for long. We met, we interacted, and yes, we interbred. We shared landscapes, competed for resources, and exchanged more than just glances. The story of our two species is one of the most fascinating chapters in human history. So, how did Neanderthals survive for so long? They were master toolmakers. Their Mousterian toolkit included sophisticated stone points, scrapers, and hand axes, far more advanced than what came before. They were skilled hunters, taking down massive prey like mammoths and woolly rhinos. They lived in small, tight-knit family groups, cared for their sick and elderly, and likely had some form of language. Evidence even suggests they buried their dead and created symbolic art, showing a capacity for complex, abstract thought. If they were so successful, why did they disappear around 40,000 years ago? This is one of science's greatest mysteries, and there isn't one simple answer. One leading theory points to climate change. The end of the Ice Age brought rapid, unstable environmental shifts that their specialized hunting strategies couldn't keep up with. Another theory is competition. As Homo sapiens populations grew, with more complex social networks and perhaps more versatile tools, we may have simply outcompeted them for food and territory. It's also possible that we brought new diseases that their immune systems couldn't handle. Most likely, it was a combination of all these pressures, a perfect storm that slowly pushed our cousins to the brink. But here's the most mind-blowing part. The Neanderthals aren't entirely gone. Their story didn't end with extinction. It continued within us. Thanks to the interactions our ancestors had with them tens of thousands of years ago. Most people of non-African descent today carry between 1% and 4% Neanderthal DNA in their genomes. This genetic legacy influences everything from our immune systems and our skin's reaction to sunlight to our susceptibility to certain diseases. They live on in a very real way as a part of our own human blueprint. They are the echo of a lost world, a reminder that our human story is far more complex and interconnected than we ever imagined. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey into the past. If you found this fascinating, please hit that like button, subscribe for more adventures into history and science, and share your thoughts in the comments below. See you next time.